All right, it's a chilly morning, but it's supposed to get up to the mid 70s, and I have found some absolutely spectacular water. I really like my chances today. Let's see what happens. Look at this. Oh, goodness. I just dropped my bait in the water, and I caught a bass. Crazy. That is crazy. I don't have my chest camera on yet. Literally, I dangled my bait over the side of the boat and I caught a fish. All catch and release today, so he's going back. That fish came on the Clear Conscience Pro's Choice soft stick bait. If you saw a recent video I did, caught a bunch of fish, mostly speckled trout, on a crab boil Pro's Choice soft stick bait. But with this water looking like it looks, I figured this Clear Conscience would be even better. And based on based on that bite, it probably will be. Although it could be the first cast or first drop curse. Who knows? We'll see. This is the best water I've found in a long time, and I can see why. I'll show you when that sun gets up a little bit, but there's a lot of widgeon grass in here. The grass has obviously exploded since my last trip into the marsh. That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. The water temp in this little bayou is 58 degrees. We got pretty chilly last night. Like I said, it's supposed to be mid 70s today, so the water temperature should warm up a good bit. I'm working this bend of this bayou. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 8.5 feet deep here. Thought there might be some trout in this bend, but so far no luck. There's that grass I was telling you about. Everything's on the menu today. I'll take anything that wants to bite. The bass fishing's been incredible. My last trip, I found a bunch of speckled trout. I'm fishing new areas today to try and find trout in other areas, and also caught 4 reds on my last trip, which is really good because the red fishing has not been that great. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. It must be a bass. Yep. Yep, it's a bass. It's a nice bass. It's a nice bass. I will take him. Well, I won't really take him because it's all catch and release today. I'm heading out of town tomorrow, so I don't really need any fish. Just out here for the bites. That was a really good hit. These fish are... Oh, there's another one right in the same spot. Right in the same spot. Is that a trout? Nope, that's a bass. Just a smaller one. So long, sucker. That's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, nice bass. Now, I know you can't tell the time that passes on these videos, but I've been fishing 2 minutes. 2 minutes, that's it. These fish are super aggressive today. And I tell you what, this setup has been really hot. This Clear Conscience is a great, great color in this pretty water. Ooh, there's one. Ooh, that was a good hit. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. What is hanging out of you? Look at this guy. He's got a little problem. Crapping some string. Hey, good luck passing that, bud. Wish you the best. So I don't think I mentioned, but I'm fishing this Clear Conscience on a 1/4 ounce death grip, and you can see how much of the bait is hanging past the hook shank, and that's what gives it so much action. It's a really effective way to fish. That crab boil last trip into the marsh was annihilating the speckled trout, and today the Clear Conscience is doing the same with the bass. I'll have to switch at some point. Oof. Oh, that was a bump. I'll have to switch at some point and see if it makes a difference to the trout. Although I suspect they'd hit this as well. We just got to find some. Ooh, there's one. There's one. There's one. Man, these bass just go crazy. They just go nuts. Look how deep that guy took it. Wow. That fish kind of wrecked my bait. But these Pro's Choice have a flat end and a pointed end. You want to rig it on the flat side. You got to push enough around the bend so that it's straight when you push it along the shank. Perfect. Oh, there's one. This is not even difficult. I'm getting bites on more casts than I'm not getting bites. I mean, just incredible action. So much fun. These are the days you remember the rest of your life. Doesn't get any better. All I'm doing is casting up to the banks of this bayou and working the bait down the ledge. Some of the fish are hitting me right after the cast, right after the bait hits the water, and others are right on the bottom, in the middle. Of course, you don't know if that's a fish that chased the bait or if you just ran across him in the middle of that bayou, no telling. Right here, it's 6 feet deep. Another beautiful bend. Can't believe there aren't any trout in these bends based on what I saw on my last trip. There's a fish. All right. I'd gone a minute between bites. Starting to wonder what happened. This dude broke the ice. He was dead on the bottom in this little bend. All right, every cast is coming up with grass, mostly snot grass. I got this exposed hook. I could alleviate some of it by throwing a Texas rig, but I think what I'm gonna, oh, there we go. That fish didn't mind. It's like if I can make a cast without getting clogged with grass, I catch a fish. That's a nice one. That's a nice bass. All right, it's your lucky day, buddy. I'm from Louisiana and I'm letting you go. That doesn't happen too often in this fine state. But if I fish the same lure, weightless and rigged weedless, I think they'd crush it. My only hesitation is that it is really breezy, and I don't like fishing weightless stuff in this much wind. The wind blows your line and makes your lure move. It doesn't work right. You can't really twitch it. You essentially have to just fish downwind. There's a fish. Ooh, nice bass. We got a spot lock here. Nice, beautiful fish. Yeah, that's definitely my issue. When I can make a cast that doesn't get clogged with grass, I get a fish. See you around, sucker. Ooh, I tell you what, it is a brisk morning. Much colder than the forecast. I can see a clearing line just right here, right ahead. It just won't move, but I'm not complaining. I like fishing when it's cloudy, particularly in water this clean. There's a fish. There's a fish. Ooh, look at you go. Man, look at you. You're not that big. It's pretty impressive though. That's pretty impressive. You are the Mike Tyson of largemouth bass. My hat's off to you, bud. See, no bite on that cast, because nothing but snot grass. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make that change. We'll see if we're able to fish it with that much wind. Just too much snot grass. All right, I got this Pro's Choice rigged weightless and weedless now. I love fishing this way, but it can be difficult when it's windy. I think there's some fish right here, so we're not gonna move on yet. Make a couple casts first. Well, I just had a bite. First cast, got a bite. Yep, there's one. Oh, lost him. Bad hook set. Hook point never emerged, or barely. Bad hook set, my fault. Well, there's one. God. All right, my experimentation with this thin line continues. Ooh. Oh, that was a fish. Oh, that was a fish. If you've watched some of my recent videos, you know I've really reduced my line weight, strength, etc. This is 10-pound fluoro, and just now in that hook set, it broke at the knot. I've been tying a Palomar without the line crossed inside of the hook eye, and it's really been working well for me. Didn't on that one though. I've had 2 fish hit this pretty quickly. The first one, I gave kind of a sissified hook set, and the hook never emerged from the bait. The second one, I gave my normal hook set, and it broke at the Palomar. Now, did I accidentally cross the lines at the knot? Certainly possible. There's a fish. Is he gonna spit it? Nope. Such an effective way to fish this bait. Love it, love it, love it. So long, sucker. And that's the great thing about this technique. The fish just don't spit the bait. You know, you figure if you're fishing a jig head or a bullet weight, you get a 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce, whatever you're fishing. When that fish hits it, it feels a lot more weight than it normally feels when it hits a minnow or a shad, a pogie, whatever. I mean, those are essentially neutrally buoyant, but that jig head sure is not. So a lot of times they hit it, and if they're really finicky, they spit it right away. But something like this, particularly this Pro's Choice is scented, so you got something with no weight that tastes and feels natural to them in their mouth, and they just don't spit it. And it's rare that you feel fish hit fish in this technique. They're normally just there. You go to twitch it, and it feels spongy, and so you kind of pull back a little bit just to see if it's grass or if it's an actual fish, and you just got to get experience with it to be able to tell the difference. And when it's a fish, you just rear back on them, because you got to get that hook point out of that plastic. All right, let me show you this widgeon grass. In case you come into this Louisiana marsh, you'll know what to look for. Pull my sleeves up. It's kind of a stringy grass. Definitely can be lure clogging, but the fish love it. And the way you fish this, you just cast it out, let it fall just a little bit, keep your rod down, particularly in wind like today, and just twitch it. It just darts and dives and darts. And as I mentioned, when you go to twitch it and it feels spongy, you just gotta give it a little bit of tension just to see if it's a fish or if it's grass. Grass, you just got to pull it through. It's a fish, you got to hit it. All right, a short but action-packed, super fun trip this morning. I'm heading out of town tomorrow, so I got to get back. But man, the bite was insane today. You just love days like this. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson. And believe me, there's no possible way the day could be better than this one.